The third section on our 2023 weight loss update is, ironically, we're ending with where most people start.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about exercise, Jen.
Well, this one, personally, I've really had to change my view on, because I was one of those people that felt like exercise was the place to start from, again, a calorie burning perspective.
Oh, yeah.
And I
That's
think
what you were told to do.
Yeah. And yes, I was told to eat less and exercise more. Okay.
And if all calories are the same and it's just a math problem, get to burning.
Get to burning. But what I've learned from working with you this, past 25 years that we've been work married is that...
it's not that long.
8 is...
Feels that way, I know.
This is multi-layered for me, because the other component of it is, if I did, quote unquote, eat badly or go off my plan, exercise was the very next thing I did to undo that. And so one of the things you hear and that I've learned from you is you can't outrun your mouth.
No.
And so I now have adopted this active lifestyle within my limitations of my pain and hip issue that I have, to really look at it as, what can I do to stay active that I like to do?
Mm-hmm.
How can I build consistency into my life around physical activity, and really focus more on strength training and building my muscle mass? So those 3 things for me have really helped change my kind of view on exercise.
Not just view, but your relationship with it.
Yeah. It's a really... I've really worked hard this past, year and a half. I've lost 50 pounds. I've, really worked on my relationship with food.
Mm-hmm.
Healed that in a way, as best I can.
No, there's no question you have.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been sitting front row of the whole thing.
Yeah. It's been hard, but it's been worth it.
Yeah, but you do hard things.
Yeah.
And that's something that you've learned about yourself, is that you're not only capable, but you're designed to do hard things.
Yeah.
And that's something that you had to learn about yourself, and I've been able to witness that with you. And it's so amazing to be able to watch your journey. Exercise for me has never been a problem.
Mm-hmm. Like, you played sports in high school.
I was an athlete.
Yeah.
Like, my safe place was the gym with the guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, under stress, I'd go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So, So my journey with fitness is totally different. But to watch your journey with fitness and to keep beating that drum like that's the way you're going to lose weight, and then you would injure yourself, and then you'd go backwards, and then you go back to your unhealthy relationship with food, which was toxic, and it hurt you. It felt good in the short term, but it was hurting you. To see you completely unwind this thing, distill it down to the things that matter the most, fixing the way you fed yourself. You already had the sleep thing, all-time guru.
Mm-hmm. Don't drink a lot.
You already don't drink a lot.
Right.
So you have so much going for you, yet weight was one of your primary areas of opportunity for improving of your health, yet it was eluding you. And so much of it was linked to this eat less, exercise more. And it's not that exercise is bad, it's just, it's not the gateway to weight loss.
Right.
What I've witnessed from you is that you now have infused in who you are as Jen Justice. You're someone who works out.
Mm-hmm.
And you are getting many needs met at the gym. One of them is a multiplier. And this is where I love fitness for a weight loss journey. It's a multiplier for someone who has already fixed the way they feed themselves. Mm-hmm. They're already recovering. Turns out when you work out, you recover even better.
Yeah.
Because your physical outlay of energy matches your mental outlay of energy at the end of the day, and you go to sleep like a teenager. And you do. It's helped you, it's multiplied your weight loss. It's allowed you to achieve, you've shared with me details that like you have achieved things in your journey that have eluded you for multiple decades. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we're not done. We're still going, and it's not coming back, and learning that that's the old me.
Yeah.
It's really been remarkable. So I love fitness for a multiplier of already an already effort-filled, strategic, dietary focus, because it multiplies those efforts and helps you. And the beautiful thing is, by the time you achieve your goal or are approaching your goal, you already have the very behaviors in place, namely exercise, that is the all-time best defense.
Yeah.
It's not a great offensive strategy.
No.
It's fantastic defense.
Yeah, and I think for me, and we everybody knows that's a avid listener of the podcast that we share our fitness data on our Apple Watches, which still makes me crack up. But on Sunday when Aaron Wenzel is running and I wanted to take a day off, and I'm like, crap, now I've got to go to the gym because he's working out. It's,
which is unnecessary.
No days off, all gas, no breaks. Here we go.
Yeah.
And even if I just show up and do a little walk, I showed up. It's been a really fun ride, and I found my person that helps me. Love him to death. He pushes me even when I don't want to be pushed. We're constantly leveling up.
You're talking about your trainer.
But we're also, he knows when to back off if I'm in pain or I need a lighter day, but always looking for ways to challenge me to build my confidence, and that's what I really love too.
No, your story inspires me, and I know it inspires many. You're a really special person, and this is a really, it's a special journey that you've been on, especially on this topic. I mean, that's what we're talking about, is the weight journey. And then, this is one thing that eluded you when I first met you, and you've been systematically chiseling away and architecting how you're going to play the back half.
Yeah. It's going to be the best half.
Second half, Jen, is I cannot wait.
Well, and for you too, I've noticed, you used to lift a lot more than you do now. And I think you have found a really healthy rhythm with your exercise routine of something you can do every single day.
Yep.
That's manageable for you, that relieves your stress, that gets you outside. I mean, there's lots of benefits to the exercise plan that you have for yourself.
Yeah, I do. And we've talked about different types of recovery. I rarely take a passive recovery day, like sitting on the couch. I do a lot of active recovery. So even on days where I'm not trained, I know you know. There are benefits far beyond my fitness plan. I actually don't have any current fitness objectives. I don't know what my next goal is. It's far more performance driven as opposed to vanity metrics, as I always call it. I don't have a body fat percentage I'm going for, or I'm looking more for performance metrics, speed, explosiveness, those kind of things intrigue me, the inner athlete in me. Even as I approach 50 and I have young boys, I'm I want to go run hundreds. I want to do broad jumps, and I want to do pull-ups, and I want to do how fast can we get a 2 mile down, or a 200 split. I want to do all of these things because they're challenging and unique, and they're also fun, and I can build a relationship around it too.
But I think our members are surprised, when they come in for their annual physicals and they haven't seen you in a while. And they're like, Aaron, what are you doing? You're in the gym, you're working out 6 days a week. You're like, no, 2.
Yeah.
Lifting 2, running the rest.
I'm doing exactly what I tell y'all to do.
Yeah. Don't overthink it.
I'm a practitioner I'm a chef who eats my cooking. Yeah. And I certainly don't have the market cornered on truth or perfection. It's a journey. I'm trying to figure it out. I have a family. I have a business. I also have my own health I have to navigate, and I'm trying to figure that out myself. And I love being able to do things like this and share my wins, my losses. Here's what's working. Here's what works for other people. I really love being able to share your wins and your losses, because I think it matters. I think people need to know they're not alone. I think people need to know that it's not calories in, calories out, and eat less and exercise more. And I think
people need to hear as well that you can enjoy this journey. That's one of the biggest lessons for me. Is it was always torturous before. Always I've had a good day or a bad day, or I got to get back on track. And it was, to me now, my health journey is really understanding that it needs constant focus. It needs constant attention. One of my family members asked if I was going to work out on vacation when we go in a couple weeks. And I said, yeah. And she said, well, every time I go on vacation, I have the best intentions and I never work out. And I said, well, we went on a cruise in September. I worked out every day. It was great. I had the gym to myself. I was overlooking the ocean. it was awesome. And she said, but you're so motivated. I said, no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm consistent. I said, there's a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
And it's hard. But, just enjoying it now for me and adopting it as this is who I am is really been a huge revelation.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
And
I'm not done by all means. My
It's
goodness. I don't think you're ever done.
No. Well, that's what life is rarely about the goal.
Mm-hmm. This is the infinite game.
It really is.
Health is the infinite game.
It's about who we become along the way, using our goals and milestones as the horizon to guide our decision making.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, like, caring about your health never ends.
Yeah. No.
Caring about your spouse never ends. Caring about your children.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these are infinite concepts, not finite.
Mm-hmm.
They end when you end.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't ever arrive. That's the punchline.
Mm-hmm.
No one ever arrives. It's about who are you becoming along the way? Who are you touching? Who are you helping? And separating that from this weird, dogmatic, religious, toxic struggle with how I can't lose weight.
Yeah.
It's so freeing.
Mm-hmm.
And you are experiencing the freedom that comes from being a disciplined, consistent person.
Mm-hmm.
And that creates the motivation.
Yeah.
But the motivation is a lagging finding.
Yes.
It comes as it's the breeze that comes after the jet has blown by,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's a consequence of what you've already put into motion. It's not the thing that gets you in motion.
Right.
Motivation is a pep rally. It's fleeting. It's coming down from church camp. It's a couple of days of woo, and then it's like back in the rut.
Mm-hmm.
If you see anyone in life who's consistently enjoying the rewards from doing hard work, the consistency isn't what got them there.
Right.
It's the discipline and the commitment to doing the hard things every day when
Yep.
no one's looking. And it gets easier later because you get to enjoy. It's like a flywheel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It
compounds.
Another great episode, a really important topic. Thank you for being so willing to share your story.
Yeah. Thank you for being my biggest cheerleader. I'm so grateful for you.
Yeah, feel the same. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.